In yesterday's class, I asked you to analyze three different advertisements from the perspective of a graphic designer. I asked you to look for different things, including what emotions it evokes in the audience, to draw connections, to do a little interpretation and reflection. So the first one that we looked at was this KFC Hot Wings ad, and then this nail polish from Nature Collection, and then the Glassix window cleaner. Right now, what I'm going to do is we're just going to start off and pretty much limit the feedback in this video to your response to this ad. So I'm going to share with you probably one exceptional analysis by Miranda, and she writes, in the ad, there is a female who has her head submerged in what seems to be a fish tank. So the first sentence is just a description of what's happening in the advertisement. There's no interpretation, just describing what's happening. That's a great way to start off. When you look at the bottom right hand corner, you will see a logo for KFC that says KFC Hot Devil, which means they are advertising a new product that is extremely hot. One thing, absolutely correct. One thing that she didn't describe was the flames that I think Henry described, indicating that the food is indeed spicy. Nevertheless, it's an excellent introduction. The ad corresponds to the product because the woman ate this new hot chicken and it was so hot it resulted in her dunking her entire face in the nearest body of water, which just so happens to be a fish tank. So Miranda describes the desperation that this woman most likely was experiencing after eating the spicy chicken, and she needed to alleviate the pain. Miranda writes, now a little bit of a response saying, I am amazed by this poster is representing the extent of the heat in the woman's mouth due to the content of the wings that she recently consumed. So she's talking about the reaction that this woman had in response to the food, and she concludes by saying the animals swimming away could represent how scary these hot wings are. I like that. I didn't even consider that, and she's right. You see all the fish sort of scurrying away from her. Maybe it's just that they're scared of this lady's face, but perhaps instead it is really hot. And she writes finally, they should have used the regular KFC logo. So that's this idea about branding and consistency with branding and including the same logo from ad to ad. Wonderful, wonderful analysis. So this is absolutely an A, and she hits everything right on the mark. And we're going to look at the rest of yours very briefly. And so the first one says, I like this image because it shows a lot of emotion in the kid's face. It's saying right away that it's hot. Also, having the fish and turtles in the picture gives it a more dramatic effect for him looking for anything to cool himself down. Yeah, absolutely. I like the inclusion of the different animals. Although the word you might want to include in here is implicit because it's not explicit. It's not saying right away that it's hot. You have to sort of make that connection yourself. Another person wrote, the meaning of this picture means that the advertised chicken is so hot that they drink from any source of water out of desperation, right? And we can include a little bit more analysis. You guys want to be thorough. My analysis of today's image is that it is not very appealing to what it is trying to symbolize. I see in the bottom right hand corner it says KFC Hot Devil, but the image does not really show that. Meaning it does not really show what KFC really does or mean. So I think this individual is not really making a connection between what the woman is doing and the product that they're selling. So you really want to draw that connection. The meaning behind the image is that the KFC chicken that the person ate was really hot. And because the chicken was so spicy and hot, they had to stick their head in a bunch of water. This image is telling the audience that the chicken is indeed spicy. Nice. The woman tasted the KFC Hot Devil chicken. She had to go to the fish tank to cool down. You can tell that it's spicy since in the bottom right hand corner it has the logo. This does make me want to buy it since I'm Mexican and I can handle the spice. Nice. So what the only thing I would like, so you say, Henry, you can tell it's spicy since in the bottom right hand corner it has the logo. But I want you to describe like the flames licking off of the logo itself. Here's Miranda's. One person wrote in all caps, which indicates lots of enthusiasm or perhaps anger. It has almost nothing to do with the subject it is advertising. Chicken isn't included with this picture. Uh, we can see already from your classmates' analysis that it does have to do with it. There is that connection between the spicy chicken. So we want to sort of maybe reflect a little bit more on what the image is saying. And I'm not going to give you an image for no reason. I think you guys know that. In the picture, there's a kid with his head in a fish tank. The image is trying to advertise KFC's Hot Devil something. You're right, the word is obscured. I say this is a bad advertisement because at first glance, it is just a kid with their head in the fish tank. I think they should put more detail on what they are trying to advertise. So sometimes less is more. We're going to look at a few more images and, analyses. This ad contains the hotness of the KFC Hot Devil and how this woman might have to drink water out of a fish tank for some relief. I really like the turtle. Aww. That's cute. I appreciate that last element. And this image is representing KFC food and how hot it is. So it's true, but you definitely going to want to elaborate to get full credit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've read all of your work. We're going to continue working hard. Thank you for your submissions. Be sure that when you respond that you include all aspects into your interpretation. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. So what makes this ad exceptional is the logo in the corner because it makes you draw a connection. So for example, if this image didn't have a logo, if it was just like this, we would have no idea what's going on. It wouldn't make any sense. Alternatively, if instead of this KFC Hot Devil Wings, it had the lipstick from, I'm sorry, the nail polish from this advertisement, it would also make no sense. Like, what's the relationship between the nail polish and the face? Whereas here we can see that, as a few of you described, the Nature Collection nail polish is drawing a connection between this serenity of this sort of background. We can see that there's complementary colors. We can see that, as Laura described, the durability of the nails from the up close photo. But here it would make no sense. Likewise, in this image we can see it's selling the product by saying that the fish, because it's bumping its head into the side of the aquarium so frequently, it has to wear a helmet because the glass is so clean as a result of this product. If instead this had the Glassix window cleaner, it probably wouldn't make a connection. What's the relationship between these two ideas? There really isn't any. This Hot Devil Wings with the flames really solidifies what the graphic designer was intending. We're going to continue our thorough analyses. Thanks.